Listening to the Outdoor Drive Podcast.
Oh, I got no bass in my headphones. You got bass in your headphones?
What's bass?
I don't know, but I got no bass in my headphones. No? You didn't hear that?
I didn't hear it.
I don't know. You guys there, everybody? Hello?
Testing.
Test, check.
Check.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Outdoor Drive Podcast. This is episode 167. Wow, that's one after 166. It's like being 666 with the devil.
How's it feel to be back in your chair?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel as if like maybe you should be doing this.
I like it way better over here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Does it taste better over there?
Oh, yeah.
It does?
For sure.
All right. Well, that's good. That's all that really matters, honestly. What are you looking at?
Looking at the notebook, see how I've messed it up too bad for you.
Oh, you did all kinds of stuff. We got promo codes on here, news, steady form. Oh, you did really good, dude. I like this. I like this a lot.
Trying to put in work for you, bud.
Yeah, well, at least you do something around here. It happens.
Don't use that promo code, though. It's expired.
The promo code's expired?
By the time this comes out, it is.
Oh, that's not good. Well, we can't use that. But anyways, so, yeah, it is what it is. Have you been hunting?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I went out.
On the 1st of November.
Yeah,
I know.
We're not going to talk about that, but.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened, but. It's just a little secret we got.
Just null and void until things happen.
Until it happens, yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll just leave it alone.
It's warm, man. It's so bad.
And it's kind of crazy because it's tough, dude. This is we all talk about it back and forth, and some people are seeing that rut sign, and some of us really are not seeing that rut sign.
Yeah, I'm seeing some, but not what I want to be seeing.
No,
it's almost like 2020 all over again.
It really, truly, honestly is, man. Like, you would think that, I don't know. 2020, I think I hunted all of November, almost into December in a hoodie. Seriously.
Yeah, well, first week of November in 2020 was like T-shirt weather.
Yep.
It was gross.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, and
it's about what we're
at right now. But it looks like it's going to turn a little better like middle next week, so
I think the 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah, Red Moon hits the 10th.
And I think, gun season is going to get majority of what goes on, which I'm fine with, man. I mean, I'll take out the muzzleloader and hunt a lesser weapon. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm totally okay with it. I wish I had my smokeless by then, but that won't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just nerve-wracking, because you put in all this time and effort. You have all these cameras, and then they're just sitting there literally collecting dust in the woods, and it's almost upsetting that it's not really on. You go out on one of the coldest days of the year and not see any deer.
Yeah.
In November.
I still have faith it's going to pop. Where are we at now? It's November 3rd. I mean, historically, we should be in the shit right now, but I still think I
think once a podcast comes out, dude, I think it'll be this podcast comes out on the 10th, so it's going to be fire.
I think we're going to be in the shit the day this drops.
It's
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, shit's going to be real.
It's going to be right where it needs to be.
I think so.
It's going to be absolutely. Well, man, speaking of in the shit, man, why don't you, are we doing a Killer's Corner this week?
You want to do it before, or you want to do the sponsors first? Or
let's do Killer's Corner. Let's spazz it up a little bit,
Let me get out my handy dandy notebook.
So they can, maybe if they only want to hear the Killer's Corner and none of the rest, they can listen to that.
I only got a couple because we just recorded.
I know. We kind of busted it out a little quick this week. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good. Guys just got to kill shit quicker. We got Dennis Sink. He shot a turkey with his crossbow, which is pretty cool.
New Jersey.
Is it New Jersey?
Yeah, he's a New Jersey boy.
All right, that's cool. Tom. Oh, how do you say his name?
Aglio.
Shot a couple pheasants. He's getting
tags.
Tags. He's getting after with those pheasants. And then my big one, my man, Stephen Carpenter. Congratulations on your first archery deer.
Yeah, congrats, man.
I know you've been grinding, and really happy for you to see that. So keep after it.
Congrats, man. For you guys that haven't already, I know there'll be a ton more next week, but, just put them up on the Outdoor Drive group on Facebook. If you guys were looking for that Outdoor Drive podcast, we have a group. You can find it right through our main page. Get on that, and then that's how you get entered in the Killer's Corner. Just post up something there. give us a like, share, follow, all that good stuff, and kind of tell some friends about the group. It's just a family group, man. It's just a good camaraderie of a good group of people, man. You can ask questions on there. You can talk more back and forth, show your kills. Just a good group of just good guys, and girls. We got a good group of people, man. We do a ton of giveaways and stuff there too. So
Yep. Yeah, like you said though, I have a feeling about next couple of recordings. This Killer's Corner is gonna have a list.
Gonna have a pile more, right? Yeah. It is what it is. Well, let's break into the sponsors so we can get on with the episode.
You want me to do it?
I mean, do you
No,
feel
I
as
don't
if
want to
you
do it.
necessarily
No.
want to do that?
You do it way better.
Okay. All right. Huntworthgear.com. Get more for less with Huntworth. And that's the truth. I mean, their gear is something else. I'm still kind of trying to understand the layering aspect of their stuff. I mean, but it's phenomenal gear. It's a pair of gloves I haven't worn through. The gear is just, the zippers work well. The backpack, that hickory backpack, man. I mean, for a backpack, that's hands down.
I got to bust out the rain gear the other day for the first time.
Did you? Me too.
Yeah, and I was excited because I've never had good hunting rain gear.
Right.
I've had like shit.
Yeah.
And whatever, but it was good, man. Like I did its job. It's quiet. It's comfortable. It's dry.
I'm looking forward to it more in the cold November rains that are coming up here because, to be honest, like normal rain gear is not really breathable. And you walk around in it and you just sweat your ass off in it. So it's going to be really good come this cold weather, I think, honestly. Nor'easter Game Calls, nor'eastergamecalls.com. Mr. Mark is working on some more grunt tubes. It's that time of year, man. Grunting and deer. It's now. This is it, man. If you guys haven't got one,
don't leave home without it.
No, do not. And Mark is very quick about everything. It's lifetime warranted, so you can holler to him right now or order it right on his website, nor'eastergamecalls.com, and he will ship it right away. I can guarantee you'll have it within a couple of business days. newairarchery.com. That's the home of the Zeus. Steady Form and B16. If you're not shooting Zeus broadheads, you are sadly mistaken because that is a what-if broadhead. What if something goes wrong? You have the right broadhead that you can trust in. And Vital Ground Outdoors, vitalgroundoutdoors.com for all of your AM steel mobile hunting needs. He's got just about anything and everything that you could possibly think about over there at Vital Ground Outdoors. Matt is just killing it, so go and check him out over there. And thanks to all the sponsors. You can get on theoutdoordrive.com, and there's links right there for all of them.
Backtrack real quick.
Yeah.
Back to Huntworth.
Yeah.
If you guys are thinking about getting anything from Huntworth, reach out to me and Trev if you have any questions, because between the two of us, we pretty much have everything they have.
Yeah.
So if they have a lot of products with different names and stuff. So if you're not sure what to get or what you're looking for, reach out to our personal pages or the Outdoor Drive, and we'll be happy to ask questions and point you in the right direction as far as what route to go and what you should be getting for product.
And we don't personally have a promotional code because constantly there's always tons of promotionals going on their website, 20-30%. So we don't feel that it's necessary to have a personal promotional code to give you that because they're constantly always running sales.
Right.
So, but we can also hook you up with that kind of stuff too.
But any questions about anything, we got a pretty good grasp on what everything does and what it's good for and whatnot.
For sure. Well, man, let's go see what our boy Mr. Mike Salter is doing in the world of news. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right, guys, why don't we buckle up and see what's going on in the world of news with Mr. Mike Salter.
Hey everyone, we're going to kick this one off in Oklahoma where the Wildlife Conservation Commission passed emergency CWD rules after a white-tailed deer tested positive in Texas only 2.5 miles south of the Oklahoma border, near the western panhandle. In accordance with the 2019 CWD response plan, the commission established a special surveillance area that runs south of US 412 from Boise City to the New Mexico state line and south of US 287 from Boise City to the Texas state line. Upon governor's approval, the emergency rules will restrict the movement of deer and elk carcasses from within the SSA to outside of the SSA. Animals harvested within the SSA must be cleaned before leaving the area, with the exceptions of antlers detached from a skull plate or antlers attached to a clean skull or skull plate. Animal quarters containing no spinal material or meat with all parts of the spinal column removed, clean teeth, and finished taxidermy products and hides and tanned products. Now to Wisconsin, where Wisconsin hunter working on the archery Super Slam took the state's first bow-killed elk in at least 140 years. Dan Evanson shot the 6x7 bull on October 15th in the Clam Lake area after drawing one of only 3 elk tags awarded in the state lottery that drew more than 25,000 applicants. Elk were extirpated from Wisconsin, and the DNR began restoration efforts in 1995, releasing 25 elk and another 31 elk in 2017. Wisconsin has held bull-only elk hunts since 2018, but this is the first archery harvest in the modern era of elk hunting. Great restoration effort and hopefully continued expansion of elk hunting opportunities in Wisconsin. Now to Pennsylvania, where Senate Bill 431 passed the legislature, and the governor intends to sign the bill. The bill brings the antlerless licensing system into the modern era by now allowing doe tags to be purchased online and at licensing agents, and no longer exclusively by the confusing mail-in system with the dreaded pink envelopes. So a big step for making it easier for hunters to acquire those antlerless licenses in Pennsylvania. Now to Vermont, where the Fish and Wildlife, with the firearms season opening this Saturday, is asking hunters to participate in the annual Deer Hunter Effort Sighting Survey. The survey asks hunters to record how many hours they hunted and the number of deer, moose, bear, or other wildlife they saw each day of hunting. Taking the survey is now even easier for hunters and can be completed on the Vermont Outdoors mobile app. The app allows hunters to track their efforts and wildlife observations through all the 2022 deer seasons. This information helps the department evaluate how hunting pressure and animal numbers vary around the state and help in managing the deer population. The app also has a check station locator tool and other hunting and fishing information in it. A web-based version of the survey will also be made available for hunters to use starting this Saturday on the Fish and Wildlife website. Lastly, the National Bowhunter Education Foundation is currently holding a photos from the field contest to showcase bow hunting in a positive manner and recognize bow hunters who are proud of their sport. NBEF has stated that the contest is not about the size or score of the harvest, and you don't even need to include a harvested animal in your photo, because some of the best days in the field are when you don't even draw your bow back. Photos can showcase someone headed into the field, a gathering to share bow hunting stories, a meal prepared from a harvest, setting up or checking trail cameras, maintaining equipment, or any other photos that showcase memories of field. You can submit these entries via email to info@nbef.org. And please include the photo, your name, your home state and county, and the state and county where the photo was taken. Select photos will be posted on NBEF's website, Facebook, and Instagram pages. And a randomly selected winner will receive an NBEF cap. So great opportunity there to get some photos out and shed some positive light on bow hunting. As always, if you have anything to send along to me, please do so. You can reach out to me at bearded_bowhunter21 on Instagram or Mike Salter on Facebook. And with that, enjoy the rest of the ride.
Mr. Mike. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Hope you're out there grinding, shooting big bucks, because it's that time of year and you're normally pretty good at it. Or you're probably in Vermont. Actually, probably there. He loves that place. That good old camaraderie of deer camp. But, well, man, speaking of camaraderie of deer camp, one of probably the kings of camaraderie we have on this week.
I love Lane.
Me too, man. He's
one of my favorites.
Is definitely one of my favorites. He's a killer. He should be in the killer corner
the gypsy
every
killer,
single day.
I'm gonna call
man.
him.
Like, yeah, he is. He's the California hunting king, is what he is. He just rides his way through the rut all throughout the country. Why don't we circle around with him, dude, and see what he's got to go, and let's get on with this podcast.
All right, brother.
All right, we're back on the phone with our boy Lane from In the Presence. What's up, bro?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Good, man. Long time no talk, man. We haven't had you on in quite some time, bro.
Yeah, when was the last one? I think what was it? Turkey season. I did that little intro with you, but I don't even think I was talking, dude. I think I was so damn tired or something. Like,
just stay hustling, right?
Yeah, stay hustling, dude.
Damn. Well, hey, man, for everybody that probably doesn't know who you are, why don't you tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about what you do, my friend?
All right. Well, I'm Lane Housner. I run a YouTube channel called In the Presence. You can watch it over on YouTube. We got Instagram, Facebook, all the nine, and yeah, we basically just make hunting videos and You know, I'm an electrician on the side, but mostly just hunt now.
I like how he says that on the side.
Fall, at least,
He says on the
at least
side.
they're in fall.
Little side hustle.
My side hustle is a real job, and then my real job is my side hustle.
Just hunting, baby, just hunting. At least right now, but yeah, like winter and summer. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to be putting in some hours, man.
I know,
But
man.
hey,
You
it's
guys
all
have been grinding, dude, for some serious. You guys got all kinds of crazy deer down already this season, huh? The whole crew.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, we've been doing good. I actually went on an elk hunt in September, and I didn't kill a thing. So like we're probably not even gonna post a video from it. So I didn't really kill anything till I got home. But dude, everyone else, like Tim killed 2 opening day pretty much. I mean, I know he didn't, his son did, but you know, Tim put Owen on it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then yeah, man, dude, everyone's pretty much killed.
Bunch of Sika, all kinds of good stuff already.
Yeah, I think Jason killed 2 in the marsh. He killed a stag and a hind. I think Tim killed a hind, but I don't think he got it on video. I think he was on the ground, like walking in or something. And then Crazy killed a hind too. Damn. So yeah, we got those videos. Some of those videos, like Crazy's hind's up on the channel, but Jason's stag ain't. Dude, we got so many videos that we got to like put up on the channel yet, but just no time, man. You know, like at least right now. I think we're gonna take a little hiatus. You know what I mean, for the next like 2 weeks of rut, and then get posting again. Probably do like 2-3 videos a week.
Well,
you know?
I mean, dude, it's as crazy as you're driving to Kansas right now while you're on the phone with us to go and chase some whitetails in Kansas from Ohio when you were in Ohio.
Yeah. Yeah, so I spent the past, 2 days on it? I think I got in, I think I worked Monday and then just got home, like threw all my clothes in a bag. You know how I am, you know how unorganized I am. Like tried to pack up my van as best as possible and then rolled out, I think Tuesday morning. So I hunted Tuesday all day, Wednesday all day, and then I hunted this morning and then rolled after I hunted.
What are you seeing, man? Is it like kind of slow compared to regular years in this time frame?
I would say, man, like I remember last year, dude, I was in deer like hardcore. I think I shot the one buck that I shoulder shot last year in that video. Oh, excuse me, sorry, I drank like too much energy drinks, but freaking yeah, that deer that I shot in the shoulder and didn't recover last year, that buck. That was November 2nd, I believe. And I mean, I was in deer before that too, you know. So in years past, I feel like it's way cooler and like way on fire. This year's been slow. I mean, first morning I didn't see anything. Then that evening I went down to the swamp and I kicked like 5 out up top. And I was like, I know there's gonna be better sign down below. Like my gut was just telling me. Then that's how it always is. So I kept on going. And I mean, the wind was pretty strong out of the west, and there was a bunch of blackbirds in this like little swamp bottom. Like once the video comes out, you guys will see it all. But it's like blackbirds I haven't even like, dude, I couldn't even hear myself think that's how loud they were. You know what I mean? So I slipped, and I look up in front of me at like 63 yards. There's a doe bedded. So I watched her for like, I don't know, like 45 minutes, and I was like, all right, I got to just keep going. This is like kind of pointless because this is not where I wanted to set up. I needed to go like another 50 yards to like where the tree that I scouted, you know, and wanted to sit in. So I freaking got up, like slowly just kind of like stalked her, but not really like towards her. Just kept going down that like log road creep. And she stood up, kind of like bailed off, but she didn't like spook, you know what I mean? Like she kind of saw me, but she didn't know what I was. And as soon as she started like running the second time, I pulled on my grunt tube. And I heard her like stop in the trees, and I like didn't see her, so I just scurried in my tree real quick, climbed up, got my platform set. I look over, like my bow's on the ground. I look over to my right, dude. Here's a doe bedded at like 43 yards. Like I pulled up my bow, pulled on my rangefinder, ranged her 43 yards. I watched her for like 45 minutes, and then another doe stood up like 10 yards away from her to the right. Stood up, dude. I watched them. I mean, they both got up, went in this cornfield that was like 60 to 80 yards away. At like 3 o'clock. 3:30 they come back, bed exactly in the same spot, and I watched them from 3:30 until like basically 6:10, and then they got up and went right in the corn. You know what I mean? I feel like years past they'd be on their feet all day long, but yeah, I don't know, man. It was just slow. I saw a spike and then another little buck today.
And then, but them little bucks ain't harassing the does or anything?
Nah, dude. No, that spike was all by himself, and that buck, that little like 6-point I saw today, he was all by
That's
himself.
That's so crazy, man. You would think this time of year that you would just see the action constantly bothering them deer, and they're just really not.
I feel like it's, yeah, and dude, there's like hardly any scrapes. Like where I killed my big buck at in 2020, I believe, out there. like that whole logging road is usually like tore up with scrapes. Like when I killed my buck, I think there was like 6 to 7 like old scrape, like big community scrapes, historic scrapes that I found up there. Dude, this year I went up, there's like one little one in one of the historic scrapes. That's it. I'm like, what the heck? Like something's going on, man. I don't know if like that part of Ohio got hit with EHD too, because I know like Southern Ohio did, but like we're on the eastern side. I don't know if like, it ran through the entire thing or what, but that's weird.
We're seeing it here too, though, Lane, and we don't have EHD.
Yeah.
That's what's the weird thing.
What is it, CWD up where you guys are? Or
no, like? it's just the whole thing with just late rut. It seems like everything's kind of pushed a little bit back. It's not that trickle rut that started a little bit earlier and then kind of worked its way through. Like even when I was in Ohio last week, I mean there was a couple of scrapes and they had hit them after the rain, but we had a cold front push in. So what I had kind of seen or heard was 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago it was really good because of the because the cold front and everything, had been cold and the weather changed, and then it got warm while I was there, and then it changed around Wednesday, Thursday last week, and things got kind of good. But in all reality, I mean, it was slow. I mean, it's still that morning night thing. Like you see the deer early morning, and then nothing during the day, and then evening again.
Exactly.
It's not that all day thing. I mean, I'm sitting all day, but them deer were not moving. I mean, come 10:30, 11 o'clock, it just stopped. I mean, it's just straight dead, and they really weren't cruising. They weren't chasing does. You're just not seeing that action that, that you should be seeing this time of year, man. I mean, I hunted here this morning. It's 34 degrees, and literally I didn't see a single deer, man. I thought that it was going to be fire here, and it's just not. They're just not scraping and rubbing. They're not rutting. I think coming up here in the next couple of days – next week, it's gonna. I think it's really gonna change, man. I mean, we got another red moon coming, and there's a lot of good
the
stuff.
6th and the 7th, right, or something like that, or the 8th, something like that. Yeah, I can't wait for that. We'll be out here for Kansas for that.
Yeah, you'll be there prime time, dude.
Oh yeah, it should be. Towards the end, we got an Airbnb the 3rd to the 13th, right? But like towards the end, like basically from the 10th on to like the 16th or 17th, dude, it's supposed to be like low 50s, like low like 40s, and then like low 30s for lows. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be cold, dude. Like it's gonna be on fire. So
it's
like
gonna be perfect.
If I don't kill this week, I'm not gonna be too worried because I'm just gonna sleep in my van. Like I brought everything out to do that. You know what I mean? And then just grind it out. I mean, I'm not leaving here without a tag filled, honestly. Like I'm gonna give her heck, but like. If it takes me up till Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'm gonna kill something.
You're staying. You don't even care.
Dude, I don't. I'll lose my job to this, man. I don't care.
Because I mean, it's an expensive draw. You're in Kansas.
Dude, it's expensive to get out here. You know what I mean? But I'm like deer Mecca, dude. Like deer Mecca. So.
Did you kill last year in Kansas?
Hey, I never hunted Kansas, dude. This is my first time like ever hunting the Midwest, really. Besides like Ohio, but that's like Eastern Ohio, so that don't really even count.
Because all the boys had gone there last year, or a bunch.
Yeah. Tim, Crizzy's buddy, and then Tim's buddy Jakey, and they went 3 for 4.
Wow.
Which is good, dude, for like 7-10 days. You know what I mean? Out of staters. I mean, like Tim killed his the first day. Said he clanked his horns together, dude. This buck came right in. You know what I mean? Yeah, he said it's wicked, dude. So
it's real.
I'm really looking forward to it, but yeah.
And you have kind of a game plan going into it, obviously.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna sit with Tim at least the first like day or two because tomorrow's supposed to pour, and I only got like a 2-wheel drive minivan, so like I'm not getting stuck on these back roads. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm probably just gonna park mine, drive with him or hunt with him like Friday, Saturday, maybe Sunday. And then once it dries up, maybe do my own thing. I don't know, man. We'll see how we're feeling. I mean, me and Timmy get on deer. It's going to be hard to, like, split up, but it really just see how we feel out here. I don't know. You know how it is. Like, you say you're going to do something like game plan, and then you get out here and stuff is totally different. You're like, all right, well, plan B, plan C. Like, that's how it always goes,
I mean, that's one of the things with travel hunting, man. You just never – you think you know everything until you get there and you're actually doing it, man. You can make a million plans. You could e-scout. You can do whatever you want, dude, and it's just –
100%.
It'll never come together like that. Just you have to be ready for everything.
Yep. It's going to be a grind, man. I mean, I ain't going to – it depends on how it is, but I'm basically going to be sitting if I think I'm in a good spot, I'm sure midday I'll get up and walk around some, at least the first couple of days, just because you got to scout a little bit. It's not just like you just grind and hunt and just pray you're going to get lucky, like.
Doesn't work like that.
don't work
You have
like
to
that.
devote at least a day or two just to scouting. That's just the way it
100%.
goes. And then on a
Yep.
5-day trip, you hunt 3, scout 2,
Yep.
man. Period. Because if you
Yep.
don't, you're literally gonna fail every single time
Spit
unless
and
you
win,
find it.
dude. You know what I mean? Yep.
It's not worth it, dude. Not at all. I mean, look.
Nope.
When you're back home, what do? You scout constantly, and then you
Oh
sit
yeah,
a
you're
little
always
bit.
hunting and scouting. Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
So what do you got to do? You got to do the same when you're out there to make sure that you're right on top. You know.
Yep, no doubt, man. Yeah, we'll kill them, man. Dude, that's my attitude. Like we're gonna fill our tags. We're gonna fill our tags.
And they're gonna be some good ones. You guys are some deer killers, so I don't
Yeah.
expect anything different from you boys when you're out there, man. I really
Yeah, I
don't.
appreciate that, man.
I really
man,
don't.
Dude, we love it, man. We love it, dude. Saturday was a good day for us, dude. Greg killed his biggest buck to date in the morning. Then Jason and Mitch were out in Colorado. Mitch shot his first bull with like Jason filming.
I saw
And then
that.
I shot my deer in the evening. You know what I mean?
Well,
So, dude, it was like a tremendous day on Saturday.
And that's your biggest buck to date?
No, not my biggest buck today, but that's my biggest PA buck.
PA buck, that's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we go into it, dude? Like, had you known about that deer, or was that kind of?
No, dude. I don't have any cell cams in that area, no trail cams at all, dude. Like, I went in. So basically, the night before, like Kaylee like slept over, and we are gonna hunt like how we always do. You know what I mean? Usually, like she only has off like Saturdays, so we usually go out Saturday. It sucks you can't hunt Sunday, but like Friday night she came over, and I'm getting a game plan, and I hit on my buddy Justin Ank, and I was like, dude, where do you think I should go? And he's like, dude, try this pin. I was like, really, man? Like, you want to just send me a pin like that? And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, I trust you. Like, go in there. He's like, I seen like $3 cruising in there the other year. He's like, so I would like do it. I think it was like a southeast wind or southwest wind they were calling for. So he's like, it sets up like decent for it. He's like, I'll go in and try it, man. I was like, all right. This was basically like my last day to hunt at PA as well, like pretty much, because I was going out to Ohio regardless, and obviously Kansas. But yeah, me and Kaylee went in there in the morning, and we saw a doe and a little buck, like little spike, like behind her. Dude, I got good footage of them. They came right in. She could have pegged them if they were legal. I could have pegged the doe, but I'm not shooting a doe that far back in there, and especially not on like around Halloween. You know what I mean? Like,
it's primo.
So yeah, especially when it's like 30 some degrees. Not happening, dude. Not happening. So we watched them, and then I saw another little doe, and we didn't get shooting. But dude, I could just tell like Kaylee was like cold, dude. Like she was not saying a word. Her head was up against this like the bridge of the saddle the entire time. Like she did not move. She had like 15 different jackets on. I'm like, all right, Kaylee. Like I got a sweatshirt and a little like shirt underneath. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't terrible. I was like, all right, Kaylee. It was like 10:30. I was like, all right, Kaylee. I can tell you're kind of like not really feeling this. I was like, do you just want to like go back? She's like, yeah, I'm not really feeling this today. She's like, I just got too much schoolwork, and she's like, I got so much stuff going on. She's like, I can't deal with this cold. So I was like, all right, drove her back, dude. Like it probably took us an hour and a half to walk out of there. Like dropped her off at home, which is probably 45 minutes away, And then I was like, I don't even know if I'm gonna go out the evening. She's like, yeah, like why don't you just like stay and like do like pack up for Kansas, we can go for a walk or something, take your dog for a walk. So I was like, all right, took my dog on a walk with her, and I was like, Kaylee, it's like, dude, the pressure I think was like 30.4. You know what I mean? It was like 50 degrees out, slight breeze. I was like, Kaylee, I was like, listen, I was like, we gotta make this walk fast. I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm going back to the tree. She's like, okay, sounds good. So dude, hustled up, boom, like put Peaches away, drove back out to the piece. Dude, it was like 3:00, and I go in and I see a big buck like on this private. Dude, he was probably like 140-inch 8-point. Just massive, dude, big white rack. Like, I was like, oh, dude, they're moving, man. I was like, I think I'm gonna be good. So I slid into the spot. There was like 3 or 4 other trucks in the parking lot. Dude, I went down like the road and then kind of just cut in, and it's all open. Like it was kind of a weird spot. I've never even been there before. But like, on the way back too, I didn't go back to like the pin Justin sent me. I went to like this other pin that I like map scouted prior. So I kind of had a rough idea where I wanted to go. Like it was kind of like this creek and then this kind of drainage system in it. And it just set up very well for a southeast wind. So I got in there and I wanted to go a little bit deeper, but I just like, I found this logging road and I found like one scrape on it. Right. And it was like all kicked up. Like it was fresh, dude. I was like, that's a good sign. But I was like, I'm not going to sit though. Like I'm going to go a little bit deeper. So I walked another 20 yards, dude. Here's another like 3 or 4 scrapes right underneath this tree. Like it just tore open. And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm dude. So I freaking like basically just dove in the woods 30 yards away, like made sure I had wind in my favor before that, and climbed this oak tree. And I was only like 3 like mini sticks up, so I was like 12 to 15 foot in the air, right? And I'm sitting there facing the logging road. And once you climb up, it's all this buckbrush stuff, so you can't really like see it. You know, like it also like when I went to it, like started climbing, I was like, I don't know if I'm even gonna see a deer here. I was like, I was kind of down myself, but I was like, it just sets up too well. It's just my gut was telling me like, just sit it, dude, just sit it. So I climbed the tree, and as I get up the tree, like I look around, dude, all the buckbrush, there's just trails like everywhere, and it basically just funnels. Everything funnels like right past my tree, right? There's like another logging road out behind me. I'm at a big trail. There's a little creek, and I'm basically at the head of this creek. And I was like, dude, this just like screams deer. So I waited there probably an hour. It was probably right about 5, and all of a sudden behind me, I just heard like, and I was like, turn, like do a little head turn, and I see like my buck, and he was probably like 120 yards away, like basically coming right to me. And I was like, oh, sick, dude. So I stood up on my platform, had to turn obviously because I'm in the saddle. So like the bridge and my tether's like over my like right shoulder. Grab my bow, got the camera on him, and he's coming. He stops at like 80 yards, and dude, he just hammers this scrape along this logging road. And then, I watched it. I don't know if I got the best footage of it because, like, the LCD screen's on the left side of me, so, like, I can't really see over the camera. At this point, dude, I'm like, all right, dude, this buck is massive. I'm killing this buck. Screw this camera. You know how it is. Like,
right,
you know how the joys of self-filming, dude. So I'm watching him, tears up the scrape, gets off the scrape. He's coming square to me on this logging road, right? And if he would have worked the whole way down the logging road, it would have been like 43 yards if I wouldn't have been able to shoot because, like, my backhand, like when you're drawing, it would have been against the bark, like the trunk of the tree. You know how it is, like when you're on like the offside or whatever. Like, dude, it would not have been good. I was really hoping he didn't. Dude, he stops at 68 yards, and he just stops, dude, dead stop on this log road. He's looking directly like at me or like below my tree, and dude, we had to stare down. I kid you not, for like 15, 20 minutes, and the whole time, like, dude, I get so worked up whenever I see deer, and especially when they come like far ways away and slowly come in. Dude, like, I remember at one point I was like, dude, I might faint. Like, my eyesight started going white. I was like, dude, I might just pass out. Like, I was like, dude, keep it together. Keep it together, dude. Like, I was just like, all right, breathe in, nose, breathe out. Dude, I got the entire time the arrow was just ding, 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 ding. Like, dude, I am just worked, man. You know what I mean? Like,
straight
dude, we
jacked.
had this, just straight like cloud, 11, dude. Like, I was so amped up, dude. Like, I was like, oh man, I was so excited, nervous, like everything, dude. Like, this was all I was thinking about in the moment. You know how it is.
Oh yeah.
And this freaking buck, dude. We had this stare down. I was like, I'm not losing this. I'm not losing this, dude. He would look at me, then he'd look off to like my left, look over there, then he'd like go back and scratch his like back, and then he like put his head forward, still looking at me. It was just like nonstop of that. And then finally he broke, and I was like, please go right, please go right. He cut right off that logging road, walked right down to me at 33 yards. And dude, it was picture perfect. I drew back when he was kind of behind some trees, and you can hear it in the video. It's like my ears like against my freaking QAD rest, and dude, he like just pins me, dude, and I'm like, oh man, please don't be over, please don't be over. He takes like 3 or 4 more steps, and I should have like and stopped him, but I was too excited, and I just wanted to shoot him, dude. I freaking shot as he was like kind of walking. I hit him like it looked like it was kind of like middle, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't where you wanted to put it. Dude, he bounded off like 20, 30 yards and just stops behind this tree, like facing away from me. And I get the camera on him, and dude, like his mouth is open, and I can see the exit side. I couldn't see like where I shot him, but I could see the exit, and it just looked like center. And I was like, oh man, that's not good. But dude, his mouth was open. I was like, he just did not look well. You know what I mean? You could just kind of tell. He was all hunched up. Dude, he stood there for probably 10, 15 minutes, and I couldn't get a shot on him. Like, trust me, if he would have been like beside the tree, oh dude, I would have shot him like no matter what. You know what I mean? Because I already got one arrow, and I'm like, he deserves another one.
Right.
But I just couldn't. I couldn't. Like he didn't present. What just that tree just screwed me. So I'm freaking watching him. He just slowly like goes away from me and then cuts like kind of like back into the woods, and I just like lose him. But the whole time he was just like kind of, hunched up, mouth open, just like kind of wobbling. And I was like, all right, I know he's hurt bad. Like, he's going to die. I just got to get the heck out of here and come back. So I freaking was waiting there. I mean, I shot him at probably 5:30, 5:45. So, I did everything, start calling all my buddies, texting them,
Losing it.
called Kaylee. Oh, yeah, dude. I was actually on the phone with Kaylee, dude. And all of a sudden I hear behind me, separate from where this buck came in on me at. And dude, I was like, all right, Kaylee, I gotta go. I just hung up on her. Dude, here comes 120 inch, 130 inch 10 point, dude. Walks right beside my tree at 20 yards, stops feeding, dude, head behind a tree, I mean, I could have just pegged him, dude. Or anyone I was with could have pegged him. Then he walks out basically where I lost my buck at, and he just stops. So I'm watching him. He's probably 70 yards past me now, and he just freezes, and he's looking where I thought I heard my buck, or run off to, or not run off to, but walk off to, where I basically lost sight of him, right? Freaking, he's all attention on it, all of a sudden he just turns and just beelines it out of there. He don't snort, he don't freaking have his tail up, nothing. He just gets out of there, dude. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of a good sign, That's kind of a good sign. And then right at last light, I don't know what it was, but something kind of where my buck was started blowing. It blew 5 or 6 times and got out of there. And I was like, all right, dude. I was like, I just got to get out of here. That could have been my buck. I don't know. I just got to get out of there. So I got out of there, went back to the parking lot. And I actually ran into 3 other dudes, and they're like, I mean, dude, I was a wreck, you know what I mean? And this was public, so I probably should have, but I'm I got out there, I was like, dude, I just had a wicked night, told them everything, just confessed everything, you know what I mean? Told them everything, dude. And then they're like, oh, sick, man.
Like a dude in the courtroom, just straight telling it all.
Just a stupid dude, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have said anything.
Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Yeah, I couldn't keep my composure, man. I freaking just told him everything. I was like, I'm leaving, so I just got out of there. And then as I was driving, I was like, dude, I hope to God they don't just go in there and take my buck. You know what I mean? Or so, you know how public land is, but they didn't, dude. They didn't. So yeah, I went back home. Told Kaylee, showed her the video of the buck she could have shot. She would have stuck it out and been with me. And then, started calling dog trackers, dude. I got some dude who was 100% committed, right? He committed at probably 8:30. Dude, 10:30, the dude texted me, hey, man, I'm not going to be able to do it. It's a mile and a half. He's like, I don't feel like walking in that far. I was like, oh, my God, are you serious? So, everyone I talked to, Tim, Jason, I talked to Greg, Crizzy, even buddy Alex. They're all like, dude, just go in yourself, man. The buck's going to die. You gave it enough time, So that's what I did. I waited till first thing in the morning and went in, and dude, Kaylee actually found him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, he was probably 100 yards from my stand. I probably could have went in the night before, when I actually shot him. I probably could have went in 9 or 10 o'clock and found him, dude.
Was he
died fairly quick. Oh yeah, he was stiff, dude. Yotes actually, it kind of sucks, dude. I feel kind of bad about it, but Yotes actually found him first.
Oh no, that's the worst.
That's the worst, dude. I still feel guilty about it now. You know what I mean? But dude, it's one of those things. Imagine going in there at 9 or 10 o'clock with spotlights and bumping him. Dude, right. I would have been hosed. I would have never found him, dude.
And the coyotes still would have got him.
And the coyotes,
yeah, 100%. And even at 10 o'clock when I went in there, the coyotes probably had him. You know what I mean? Or got him. But I don't know.
How bad did they get him?
Oh, dude, pretty bad,
man.
Did
they? Yeah, that's super.
All the way up to the shoulder, dude. That's why, if you see the pictures, it's kind of heading forward. Just because, dude, I don't want to show that stuff. You know what I mean? That's the crappy stuff. I feel so bad. I salvaged what I could, man. But I mean, at the end of the day, dude, they got a whole side of him. But it's one of those things, dude. It's like a double-edged sword. I feel terrible about it. I feel like I wasted the deer. You know what I mean? But
it's part of it, man. Though, what are you gonna do, bro?
Dude. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think
the only thing I could have improved about it, the only thing I maybe should have done, which now looking back on it, it's easy to tell. Dude, went in there 9, 10 o'clock with 2 spotlights, or even just sat in there in my stand or my tree and just sat and then slowly worked in. That was the only thing I could have done differently, but.
That's all hindsight, though, man. You can say that now,
man.
But
dude, I can always improve for next time. You know what I mean? I shoot a deer like that again. Yeah, dude, I know. It was a big buck, man. Can you imagine if I would have lost him? Imagine if I would have done that, and then at 9:10 he would have still been alive and bounded off.
Yep.
Dude, I had no blood, man. I would have not have found that deer.
That's one of the hardest things, man, and I just went through it myself in Ohio. There's nothing you can do, man. You got to back out. When in doubt, back out, man. I mean, that's just the way that it goes,
that's
and
the
you have to
rule,
do it,
dude.
Man. There's no option. You have to back out. You have to get out of there. You have to do that.
Yep.
And then you go back in the morning and take care of what you have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you can't. What are you gonna do if you do jump that deer? Then what? Now you're gonna chase that thing all over God's creation.
Oh yeah, 100%. But at least it would have been daylight then. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Then I would have had a chance. Like dark doing it, dude. Forget about it, man. You know, you're like, oh, he ran off that way. Wait till it gets dark, dude, or wait till it gets light. Dude, when it gets light, you're never finding that. Like, you know, everything looks way different in the dark than it does light. You know that. Or even if we would have went in at dark, dude, we could have been 5 feet from that deer, not seen him, and then been like, all right, well, we have nothing. We're gonna have to wait till day, and then come back in day. And dude, who knows? We might not even. We'd been like, well, we already checked over there. Let's not keep checking it. You know, it's so much stuff, man. It's like, you know, there's always the right way to do it, and like there's like the way that, you know, I don't know, like.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, you made the right call, though. I mean, that's the right thing to do. If it's a marginal shot, get out of there and then go back in the morning. I mean, it's just you have light, which then you can see a ton more sign. You can see so much more stuff. You can, I mean, it's just, it just plays out to be so much better when you go back in the morning, period. I mean, it literally, if you, because in hindsight, if you went in that night, right, you think that you could find it, but if you were to go in there and jump that deer, now you're not going to find that deer. You know, I mean, it's just, it's not worth it, man. I mean, it sucks that the coyotes got it. That's part of life, but I mean, it's
at least I still was able to recover my buck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's.
I'll never forget that. And it's always a lesson learned. Now, next time, if I see a buck and say I hit him like that, which hopefully I don't, like no one ever, you know, preps for a shot like that. Like that was a terrible shot on my part. But like say stuff like that happens again, and I see he's like real hunched up and his mouth's open, and he just slowly walks away. You know, now I know. All right, just stay put as long as the wind's good. Hunker down your stand, and you know maybe try to go over like 10, 11 o'clock. You know, just stay in there the whole time. It's doable, you know, or go back to the car and wait it out there. I don't know. Just it's all situational, man.
It's all very situational because you could have had the same shot down the road and it have a different outcome. You know what I'm saying?
100%, man. 100%.
Every deer is different, adrenaline wise, in that deer. You know, like there's a lot of things that play a huge part in that and finding that deer.
Yep.
I mean, but hey, you know what? You recovered the deer. You did the right thing. You got him.
Yep.
It is what it is at that point. So what kind of shot do you, I mean, just so people kind of know.
Yeah, so it was like middle of the guts on the entrance, but he was quartering away slightly. So it actually went out like right at the last rib, kind of middle. So I kind of got a little bit liver. At least that's what I could kind of gather. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that liver gut, man, that's a deadly shot.
It's definitely, it's definitely deadly, but you got to do the right thing and give them time. You know what I mean? And then go in.
I think
but
that's
it's like the good thing I had going for me was I shot him with a 2-inch like Grim Reaper 3-blade. So I meant like that going through your gut, and it was a pass through. Dude, like there's no way anyone's living through that, man. It's just a matter of finding you, you know?
I think, you know, and a lot of people make that mistake, like pushing that deer on that shot. You know, and then they'll end up losing it. But liver gut, I mean, you literally back out. That's an 8-hour job, no questions asked.
Oh, no question, dude. Like I gave him, it was 12. I think it was 12 and a half or 13 or like that till we actually got to him. You know what I mean? So like it wasn't super. I mean, like I don't know. I mean, I was, you know, I tried to do my best, man. It just sucks. I mean, that will always kind of be like a little stained memory in it, just because the coyotes. But hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean,
it is what it is.
I virtually did the same exact thing in Ohio last week. I mean, literally quarter and 2 though, and it was more liver and then gut. You know what I'm saying? So I got liver gut than I did anything. But I mean, it's the same thing, man. We almost went in that night, but was that the right thing to do? No, thank God we didn't, because we would have lost them. But it is what it is, man. Those shots happen. I mean, that's and guys like us, I mean, we practice a ton. We shoot a lot of animals. So like it happens, man. It's situational, and it just, you know, different things that happen. And like you, I get jacked up myself, so that doesn't help at all. It makes things way worse, you know. So it's just crazy, man. It's just it's nuts. But it was
the only thing. What?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I said the only thing maybe though I could improve on for next time, or like, you know, the rest of the season, is shoot more during the season. I feel like that's another big thing that I don't do, just because I'm always freaking hunting. You know what I mean? Like I'll shoot like maybe 1 or 2 in like, you know, 3-week time period, but I gotta spend like shoot at least 5 to 10 arrows a day. You know what I mean?
Just
If
shoot
you can,
constantly. Yeah.
just shoot constantly every 2 or 3 days. Just make sure you're on. You know what I mean? 40 yards, step out and just sling 5 arrows. All right, you're good.
And that's the thing too, because constantly we're in the truck, we're traveling, we're going places, the
Oh
bow
yeah,
gets banged
100%, dude.
around. I mean, it's
Yep.
just it
Yep.
happens,
Dude,
dude.
my sight was actually loose. Like you can hear it in the video. My bow's like twang. I'm like, what the heck, dude? And I like hit after I like went back and watched the video that night. Like I don't know if you guys ever do it, but on your limbs, if you like just tap on it, you can kind of hear if everything's like set properly and all the screws are tight.
Right.
Like if it like sounds solid, you're good. Mine did not sound solid. I figured out it was like basically the third axle adjustment on my sight. It was loose on the bottom screw, so I had to freaking tighten it up. I mean, dude, it was like very loose, but I don't think it affected my shot. I mean, it definitely might have, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like when I shot, dude, I felt good on it, but dude, I might have pulled it. You know how it is. Like dude, it was all a blur, man.
Yeah,
like,
it's
blackout. That's what I say.
Yeah, it's
full
like straight blackout.
Straight blackout.
And I mean, your body just takes over. It's that second nature, man, and that's that muscle memory that you constantly shooting. So the more you shoot, the more muscle memory, the better your shot is going to be in the long run. So you have to shoot all the time. I mean, that's why we do it. It's just one of those things, man. It's even with a gun, man. Your body just takes over, and you just do what you need to do. It's definitely
second
crazy.
nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what were you feeling though throughout the whole entire thing? Like obviously
dude,
it was
nuts.
A
roller coaster, man. Like after I shot him and watched him walk off, like hunched up. At first, when I saw him like all hunched up at like 40 yards, I was like, and I was watching him forever. I was like, dude, he might just freaking crash right here, dude. You know what I mean? Like losing all that blood and all that stuff. Like, dude, I was like, he might just like fold, dude, right here. But dude, he didn't. He just walked off, and then I was like, oh my god, dude, I swear if I lose this deer, man, because like this. Dude, like I had a lot of pressure on me, man. Like I'm the type of kid who I put a lot of pressure on myself to like, I want to be successful in the woods, obviously. Dude, I didn't kill jack crap this year, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like this was like pretty much my first kill of the year that I actually killed. I mean, I took Kaylee out and we shot that doe. You know what I mean? Which was
amazing.
Which is awesome
about.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was ecstatic about it. Like, dude, honestly, I felt like I shot a big buck there. Yeah, I was so shook up. But like, I didn't actually kill it, so I was getting so much flack from like Tim and like dude, like, oh, you like the head of it, but you ain't killing Jack, man. It's all us, dude. I'm, oh my god, dude. Like, you don't know how it is, man. Like,
I know how it is. I know how it is.
I know. But dude, I was like feeling it, dude. Like dude, once I shot that buck, and after I shot him, I was like, oh my god, like pressure was off. But then I was like, all right, dude, if I can't find him, I feel like the biggest idiot alive. You know what I mean? And like the whole time as we were going back there in the morning, dude, like entirely, like my legs were just shaking, dude. Like I just had a gut feeling we were gonna find him. And same with Kaylee, dude. The whole time she's like, oh, we're gonna find him. She's like, it's not a matter of like if. I guarantee you we'll go in there, like find him in like 10-20 minutes. And I was like, like, she is like, she don't have any experience compared to me, but I was just like, you sure? Like, it's funny, dude. I was a wreck on freaking Sunday, dude. I was a wreck. But hey, yeah, it was a quick track job, dude. Like I went to my arrow, there was a little bit of stomach matter and some blood on it. So I was like, all right, sick. And then we just slowly started working up to where he went. And Kaylee was like, we were like 50 yards from my arrow, and Kaylee was like, do you smell that? And I was like, I don't smell anything. And she's like, I smell like guts. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, it smells like something's dead or like guts or something. And I was like, She's like, you mind if I just walk this like topography line out? And I was like, do it. I'm going to walk up top, like close to the road. And she's like, all right. So we just started walking, and all of a sudden, dude, she was like, and I was, what? Just waving me. I was, no freaking way, dude. I ran over, and I was like, oh, yes, dude. Then I was just relieved, man. I feel like I just got so like pressure taken off my shoulders from doing that, dude. Like, I don't know.
Isn't it crazy though? I think a lot of people don't really kind of understand. We had talked about it last week on the podcast, but it's you build yourself up for so much pressure when you're trying to like have, when you have YouTubes or podcast and whatever, like you build that pressure in yourself, and then it wears on you, and then it almost makes things worse.
Oh, 100% worse, dude. 100% worse.
It's even just wanting to shoot something, even if you don't have something that you're trying to do, right? But if you, for like just everybody else, like they just want to shoot a big buck and they haven't shot a big buck, or they want to shoot a
Yep.
big animal and they haven't, but they like expect it to happen, and they don't
Yep.
just go and enjoy it, and then it builds so much more pressure on yourself constantly. Like you're just like,
Oh yeah.
always like, I gotta do this. It's gotta happen. If it doesn't happen like this, it's not gonna happen. You know, like, and
Yep.
it's so much worse, dude. Like, I mean, last week I was almost in tears in the tree stand because I'm just like so much pressure building on me, and I'm a pretty emotional person,
dude,
so it's like it's tough, dude. So I can only imagine what you're actually going through, man. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy at all, man. I mean, it's a lot of, like you said, just a lot of pressure, dude. But yeah, once I found him, I was like, thank God, dude.
I could only imagine the relief of.
Oh my God, dude, I was so relieved, man. I was so relieved. I was like, yes.
Those sleepless nights are never easy, man, and nobody understands it until it happens.
I think I slept an hour, dude. I was just tossing and turning the entire night, dude. Like, it was miserable, dude.
Rethinking out every scenario that you possibly could think about.
Every scenario, dude. Every scenario. I was like, I was just scouring Spartan Forge, just like, which way could he went, dude? Did he go down here? Did he cross the road? Is he in this section? Is he up here? Did he like do a C and walk down the creek and try to get water? Like, you know how it is, dude. I was like, everything, dude. I was like, where am I going to have to go? All right, I'm like 1.5 miles all around it. I'm scouring, dude. I'm not losing this buck, dude. I'm not losing this buck.
Well, at least you found him, man, and he's a stud of a deer, dude. I love the chocolate horns, bro. Like,
dude,
nothing's better than that.
Dark horns, dude. I know. I thought he was a big 10-pointer when he was coming in. Like, honest to God, I thought he was a big 10. But he has that on his left side. You know, he only has kind of has like, it's kind of weird. It kind of has like a club. It kind of like goes up, and it looks like, you know, he might have started growing. But dude, he's an old deer, man.
Really?
He's a big old. Oh yeah, he's an old mountain deer, dude.
That's just nuts. And Pennsylvania public is not an easy public to be hunting.
No, not at all.
Very pressured.
Oh, there's people everywhere, especially during rifle. Archery is not bad, you know what I mean? But that was a Saturday, so there was people in there, you know what I mean?
And I mean, you know, going back on what you were saying, there was already 3 people in the parking lot. When you get into a scenario like that, I mean, like, what do you do when you're hunting public and there's already people in a space? Like, what do you
just go in lightly and just freaking try not to screw up their hunt. You know what I mean? But I'm at, dude, it's public. Like, I gotta work with what time I gotta work with, you know? So like, I did feel bad when I pulled up there and it was like, you know, 2:30, 3 o'clock or whatever time it was. It was late. I was like, hopefully these people aren't like in here too deep. But if they were, I would have just bounced off and put something else, man, you know? But yeah, they were nowhere close to where I was hunting. Like, there was a dude, I don't know, maybe like, I think he said he was like 250 or 300 yards away from me. He was on the other side of the road. But yeah, that's what he said. Who actually knows where he was, you know, but.
And then, so you just work your way in, and then if you do bump into someone, you just turn around and go backwards.
Nah, I would have just either that or just like slowly went around him. You know what I mean? Which, dude, it's not like when I'm walking in, it's not like I'm an elephant. Like, all right, I'm going to this pin. So, you know, stomp, dude. It wasn't like that at all. Like, the whole time I was basically hunting my way in, like just going like slow, like, you know, 5 feet every like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, probably not that slow, but you know what I mean? Like, just slowly still hunting through, trying not to make a lot of noise in this buckbrush. And once I found sign, I was like, all right, I like it, but I'm not like dead set on it, you know, that first little bit. And then I walked another 20 yards, found another like couple scrapes that were like tore open. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm sitting it. You know, it's all about trusting your gut too.
Right.
Like, a lot of people make fun of these drive things, but once I got up in the tree, like, you could kind of just see how the landscape like kind of worked here too. That was another big thing I noticed was like, dude, like all the landscape and all the edges that came together, because you just had so much variety of everything. You know what I mean? It was like, all right, no wonder there's deer in here, and no wonder they're funneling right past my stand or my like tree I picked. You know what I mean? But I love going in blind like that, dude, and just like going in and hunting. I've killed a lot of deer like that.
And so do you do that a lot in your travel hunting and hunting different states
100%.
and stuff? That's
100. I do that on even Ohio, dude. You know what I mean? Like, even Ohio, like, I'll do that.
So what do you so take us through kind of like how you go through your steps of like you're going to Kansas right now, right? And obviously you got a little bit of intel. You use your network, you use your circle, kind of your friends and stuff. But what is your anticipation of what you're going to do when you do get there to try and learn the lay of the land?
Yeah, so probably the first morning, like tomorrow morning, probably drive around a little bit and like maybe dive in a piece of property if I really like it, you know, and I don't see any pressure. But Yeah, basically like just pull in the parking lot, get the wind in your favor, slowly like walk into where you think, you're anticipating deer to be, based off your map, and then just hunt fresh sign, man. It's all about reading sign. You see fresh poop, you see fresh tracks, dude, take it into consideration. You see a fresh scrape. Now really depends on the scrapes, how close they are to bedding. If you really think they're close to bedding, which is a lot of times any like change in elevation or like, an edge of thick stuff, odds are it's probably a pretty decent spot to set up, but if you're, right out in the middle of a cornfield and there's a scrape and there's not really anything real thick around, all right, it's probably a nighttime scrape, you know what I mean? So I don't want to really waste my time too much on that. But yeah, it's all about just, like I said, man, reading sign, and don't be afraid to bump deer. Like I didn't bump any deer in that instance, but like if I would have bumped a doe or would have bumped something, I probably would have set up, like I've done that already this year. Like I bumped a doe. I hiked way back in. It probably took me like two hours, an hour and a half to hike back into this one like public spot up in PA. Came up over this hill, and there's like basically a huge rock wall that runs along through it, and there's different like breaks in this little rock wall that these deer can like go through. It's kind of like a little funnel, pretty much. And dude, I just walked on the top of it. I bumped a doe out. I don't know, she didn't bust like really hard, but I definitely bumped her, and I was like, all right, I'm sitting right here, dude. Like, it funnels down perfectly. It was one of those little things, like little breaks in the wall. And I was like, all right, I'm sitting here. Sat there, dude. She blew me. Like, after I got set up, she started blowing. But every time they blow, dude, just pull out your grunt tube and just start grunting at them, just slightly. And, like, deer get bumped by bucks all the time. Like, doe will start, like, blowing at bucks. So, like, you bump a doe, it's not necessarily the end of the world. She starts blowing, just start grunting at them.
That's a really good tip.
That's a killer tip, man.
That's a great tip.
Yeah. Like it's not uncommon. Now, if you just like, if the doe blows and you don't hear anything, you're making a ton of commotion. Obviously, that's not freaking good. But if you try to sound like other deer, dude, they don't really know. Like I could have shot a little 6-point that day. Like Kaylee would have been with me. Oh, dude, it would have been lights out for that 6-point. But he was probably 5 yards underneath my stand, dude. I saw another doe then too. But yeah, I don't know, just hunting fresh sign. You just got to understand how to hunt fresh sign. Spend a lot of time in the woods, and then you'll get it.
Right. And then what do you do topographical, like map-wise?
Just anything. Like, I mean, obviously where I'm at, it's a lot of like little creeks and like hollers and like hillsides. So benches are a big feature, logging roads, which is not really, topography wise, but just like landscape wise and stuff, like,
that least path, the path of
least. Yeah, they're all edge creatures, you know what I mean? Or you get like a mountain laurel thicket right on the edge of it, dude, fire, you know what I mean? Like anything like that. Obviously, like if it's a hillside and it's straight up and down, where you want to walk? You want to walk on the side of the hill? No, you want to find a bench and you want to walk the bench if you're going to do it. Like it's all, yeah. It's just common sense. Like, how would you want to do it? How would you want to walk in the woods?
And the thing is, mostly, I mean, naturally, you're going to walk that area anyways.
Oh yeah, 100%. You
don't even know you're doing it.
You. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
not even looking for it topographically. Like, you're naturally going to walk that way in the woods and not even know it. But that's how the deer would naturally walk in the woods. You'll find yourself on those topographical features without even being on them, to be honest with you.
Yep.
And that's the same way. I mean, you're an animal too, and that's naturally how you would be moving also.
Yeah, 100%, dude. It's like no brainer. You find deer there,
And I mean, how much time do you spend in one area? Like when you go to an area and you see that area, depending on sign, do you stay in that area or do you?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I was hunting this piece right by my house this year, and every single time I was in there, I seen deer. So like, dude, I hammered it, dude. You know what I mean? And like, I don't really, just based off my trail cam, like towards the end of it, I pulled that cell cam, but I meant like towards the end of it, it was kind of dying off. But I don't really think like human presence there. I mean, you just got to hunt it smart. You know what I mean? Obviously, on days where the wind did not set up or was blowing right into where I thought the deer were bedded, dude, I would not be in there. You know what I mean? Like I would go hunt somewhere else. But yeah, man, it really just depends. Like you throw a sit at like a spot or two, and or like time or two, whatever, and it's like great weather and you don't see the deer number. Yeah, all right, dude, move on. You know what I mean? Or like this year, I put out 3 trail cams, 3 conventionals. I went in and pulled them as soon as I got back from that elk hunt, right? Dude, the deepest one, the SD card was stolen. So right away, I was like, all right, I want to be back in here. There's someone back in here. There was another spot where I found like 3, like basically it was a hub scrape. And I found like 3 of them, like right in a row right underneath this laurel bush. Put a trail cam, put that conventional on it. And dude, I hardly got any good bucks whatsoever. So I was like, all right, I'm not even gonna waste my time in here. You know what I mean? So if I'm not 100% dead set on an area just based off trail cam pictures, I'm not even wasting my time in there, man.
Just keep moving. Keep
Just
chugging
keep
along.
moving, dude. Yeah, I mean that like. I got so many like places and different cameras out right now. Like I'm camera hunting, I don't know, probably 10 different spots that I haven't actually stepped foot in yet this year. You know what I mean? But like, I just want to, I scouted them in the off season, waste my time, and I still got to go in and pull those cameras, you know? So.
And now that you have your buck down, do you have more tags to come in PA when you get back home?
More, what'd you say? More tags or more time?
More tags.
Oh, I got 3 doe tags.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can still shoot a doe. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to fill them. That's not a problem. But
no more buck tags.
You're
done for the season, or
done in PA. I got Ohio. I got 3 in Maryland, I think, or 2, something like that. And then I got 1 out in Kansas too. So trust me, I'll kill some bucks yet.
Yeah.
I'll kill some bucks. But no PA bucks at least. No PA.
No
Never
PA.
doubt
You're
you,
done
man.
with PA, man. That's it.
Done with PA.
What
man.
about flintlock season and driving? Because that's like your big thing. You guys do a ton of. You there?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you there? Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know where. I'm somewhere in Illinois right now, but yeah, it's still gonna happen, man. I'm just gonna be a devil hunter, man, or I'll just be a dog pushing.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So PA only allows 1 buck no matter what you shoot it with. It's almost like Ohio. You can shoot it with whatever you want. You get 1 tag.
Yep, 100%.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Dude, I love that, man. And like PA buck is special to me, man. Like I go down to Maryland. I know Maryland dudes are probably gonna eat me for this, but dude, I don't really care what I shoot, man. Actually, you guys saw me shoot a 4-point on a drive. Dude, I don't care at all. You know what I mean? Like
you're in it to do it.
Yeah, dude, I got 3 buck tags, dude. So what if I shoot a little one?
Yeah.
It don't matter. You know what I mean?
You're there for the sport of it, man, what it is.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
everybody wants to shoot a big
dude.
buck. Everybody wants to
it's all
shoot a big
camaraderie.
buck, but
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people don't understand too. Like for us that are going out of state, I know before we had talked on, before we had hit the record button, but like we have a goal of shooting a 120, 125. If it's 120, 125, it's dead.
Oh, it's dead all day long out in Kansas, man. I ain't gonna be picky.
You're there to shoot deer, and that's that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yep.
I mean, that's
And
my
get home,
goal
you know what I mean?
traveling anywhere is 125. I want a 125 or bigger anywhere that I go. It doesn't really matter. Look, I'm not sorry. I don't need to be shooting a booner every single time I go somewhere. I'm there, especially hunting public, dude. You're only there for a certain amount of time.
Yep.
I mean, it's just the way it goes, man. Sometimes I don't even want to put a size on it because I think I would shoot a smaller buck if the presentation allowed and it got me going, dude.
Oh, 100%, dude. You know, like last year, my Ohio buck, dude. I don't even think it was probably like a 110-inch buck, dude. It got my heart pumping, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's all what you want out of hunting. You know, like it's all what you want. Obviously, like in PA, dude. PA, I wanted to have my biggest buck. You know, the one that I shoot the biggest, just because, dude, I spent so much time in PA scouting, dude. I spent so much time. You know, anywhere else, hey, man, it is what it is. I don't really run any trail cams besides Ohio, you know, so everything else, dude, I have no idea what's in there.
And you did it, dude. You shot your biggest bow buck this year. Done.
Yep. In October, too. You know what I mean? Not even November.
Which
feels
is incredible.
good, man. It feels good.
Good. Now you have the whole open season to do with what you want.
Oh, 100%, dude. Like, I'm still going, when I doe hunt and stuff, I'm still going to be in, like, kind of my buck spots, you know what I mean? But just trying new stuff now. I think that's a good philosophy. I don't know. I talked to JC the other night, and he was like, dude, that's what I would do, man. So I kind of got that idea from him. But I think it'd be a good idea, you know, just hunt like I'm hunting bucks, see what happens. You never know. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to shoot a buck this year, but obviously, if I see a 150-inch buck, all right, next year I'm getting right back in here. Hopefully it makes it through rifle season, you know?
I mean, that's one cool thing about you and other people when they're self-filming. You could shoot that thing with your camera all day long, dude. That's just as good, dude, to me.
Yep.
Just don't tell anybody at the parking lot when you get back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't go telling the guys.
I know, man. I don't know why I did that. I was just too amped up, dude.
It happens, bro.
I known something was up, dude. Like I was like when I got back to the trucks, I was like like he would have been like, dude, either this kid just like ran out of there or like
he saw a ghost.
Something happened, dude. Something happened. Like this kid is just whack, dude. We got to get out of here.
This guy, he's out of his mind. Crazy.
But yeah, it might have been good, man. Maybe I would have never seen another truck in that pool. You know what I mean? But
I tell him that you saw like a woolly mammoth or something crazy.
Something, dude. It's all Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah. It's believable in the mountains of PA, though.
Oh, no doubt, dude. No doubt. No doubt, man.
Oh, it's always a good time talking to you, Lane. We appreciate you jumping on, bro. It's been far too long, bro. It really has.
Yeah, dude, it has, man. It has been so long, dude. I'm just busy, man. I know you have to.
Yeah. You know what? We're back to the season. We're back to the grind. It's always good, man. The springtime's always here. We always have turkey season coming up in the spring, so.
Yeah, dude, I ain't gonna lie to you. I freaking thought of you today. I was in, where was I? Wally World and somewhere in Indiana, dude. I grabbed a big old 12-packer of oatmeal cream pies, baby.
Yeah.
I was gonna send you a Snapchat like, yo, Trev, we killing a booner or what, dude?
Yeah. If you know, you know, you know.
Yo, no, you know, dude. I know you know, bud.
It's the only way to live, dude. If you're not eating cream pies, you're not killing anything.
Cream pie life, dude. I think I only got like 8 left now, dude. I've been hitting them, dude.
Save one for the tree stand in Kansas, buddy. You got to save one. That's the only way you're gonna kill one, dude.
I don't even know if they're gonna last the 13-hour drive, man.
Listen, you gotta hide one somewhere, dude.
You gotta space it out.
Yeah, you gotta take one to the tree stand with you. That's the key to killing big deer is cream pies.
100%, man.
You've heard it here first.
Yeah, that's the secret, man.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Well, Lane, dude, before we cut you off, man, why don't you tell everybody what drives you outdoors, my friend?
Whew, man, I don't know. That's a loaded question. Just freaking being out there and living it, dude. I just love the adventure, man. Like, no matter if it's a doe or a big old buck, dude, I get shook up, man. Like, just seeing deer, being in the presence of deer and animals, and just, I don't know, man, just doing what people don't do. It's freaking cool to me, dude. I love it. I just love, like, I slept in my van the past 2 nights. So I'm feeling freaking wild, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, like, I don't know.
It's kind of funny and me and Madman Mardik were talking about you the other day, man, and how much we love you, dude, as you're our homie, man. And it's kind of crazy. You remind us as like the California surfer, dude, man, just surfing your way up and down,
just chasing waves, bro.
Dude, everyone says that, dude. Like you know Parker McDonald from Ground Hunting.
Yes.
We went out to that Mobile Hunters Expo, right, with like Johnny Stewart. We're sitting at Johnny's camp, and dude, he's like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, dude, that's just how you look, man. You ever see that, like, sus dude, like, with, like, smoke rolling out the barn, dude? He's like, that's exactly like you to a T, man. He's like, are you just 24/7 high? I'm like, dude, I'm sober, man. I don't know, man.
High on life, brother.
Yeah. No, it's just so awesome.
No, it's you just have, like, a gypsy soul, bro. It's just, like, wherever the wind takes you, man. Like, I'm just chasing the rut, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man.
I
I'm
love
living,
it,
bud.
man.
Dude, I can't. Hopefully I kill in Kansas, run right back, kill an Ohio buck, run right back, and hopefully slid into where I killed my buck, Kalia buck. Dude, if I do that, man. Oh my God, dude, that's going to be like my best season ever, man.
Yeah, you do it right, man. It's just straight positive vibes about everything in the great outdoors, man. You do it right. You got a great team behind you. You're doing amazing things, dude.
Killers.
Dude, watching you guys grow is amazing. And for you guys that haven't gone and checked them out, make sure you get on it over to in the Presence. Why don't you tell everybody one last time, man, where they can find you, bro?
Yeah, so YouTube, if you type in the Presence Hunt, it'll pop right up for you. You can watch all the hunts that I talked about today. They're all on there in past episodes, and we got a bunch coming out right now. Like I said, we're taking a little 2-week rut break until I get home and start editing. But once I get home, we're going to be probably posting 2-3 videos, every week. Straight kills. I mean, that's what we always do.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're also on Instagram in the Presence Hunt and Facebook in the Presence.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure to have you, Lane. You always have a home here with the Outdoor Drive, always with the crew, always hanging out, man. We love you to death, bro. You're like a brother to us. And
I appreciate that, man. You guys are too, man.
I hope you kill a bomber in Kansas, and when we have you back on the podcast, that seems to be the trend. Actually, we have you on the podcast, and then a week later they kill you a monster, and then you're back on with us. So I hope that
hopefully, man.
I hope that happens again, man.
Yeah, we'll just book you now. I'll be honest with you.
All right, next week as I'm coming home, I'll do another one.
What you doing Tuesday?
It's the way it should be, man.
But
yeah, well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we'll have to get together when you guys come down to Harrisburg, man.
I
If you guys want to rent a hotel room, dude, I'm like 30 minutes away. You guys can just stay at my house. Sweet. I got an extra bedroom and a couch. So.
Well, we're gonna take you up on that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Well, for everybody else, thanks for taking the ride.
Man. Well, thanks for talking, bud.
Absolutely, Lane. And for everybody else, thanks for taking the ride right here on the Outdoor Drive.